All right, hello.
Happy Memorial Day.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Nope.
Is it working?
I'll take it.
Nothing here.
I'll take it.
Nothing in the headphones. You take it.
Make sure you're working first.
I'm not. I got
Just don't hear the headphones as well. Same thing.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
You know, there's honestly been so many times in the show my headphones didn't work, and I just don't say a word. I just keep them on the whole time.
Well, the only problem with that is today I'm opening up the phone lines. So
Oh.
at 12:25, we're opening up the phone lines.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear anything we're saying at all.
Interesting.
Is it back here? Something getting knocked out?
We're working on it.
All right. 888-STOOL-22 at
A
12.
little harder or 1 minute into the show?
Maybe don't be that guy today.
Look at the smile on it.
Also, these are two of the biggest writers in the company, right?
Dude, they could cut the cord right now. I'd be like, all right, cool. Lunch early. I don't know.
888. Oh, you've already had lunch. We all know that. 888-STOOL-22. 888-STOOL-22. If you want to call in and be part of the show, we'll open it up at like 12:25, 12:30, somewhere in there. Before we even get started with the show, I got to tell you that Cuts Clothing is presenting the show today. One of the presenting sponsors of the show today. Every Cuts shirt is designed for a modern, tailored fit, and they're insanely comfortable. Plus, Cuts has all the essentials for looking sharp, like tees, hoodies, polos, and more. So you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. The quality is super soft, and they've got premium fabric in their crew necks, their Henleys, their long sleeves. I love their crew necks. I love their long sleeves. They're all good. They all fit well. They all make my titties look good. And their colors are top notch. See for yourself why Cuts is one of the fastest growing men's brands with over 100 million shirts sold. Oh, excuse me, with over 1 million shirts sold. Sorry, Cuts, you'll get there.
On the way to 100 million.
On the way to 100 million.
Coming.
On the way to 100 million. With over 1 million shirts sold, get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks. All right, y'all still working? Nothing. Wait.
All right.
Time. Working.
Back. Yep.
Back.
Yep.
Back.
Back.
All you need
We're
is
back.
TJ is a miracle worker.
Well, he didn't do anything. This guy back here did it.
Nah.
There's a guy on his
Honestly,
knees.
that's how good he is at his job. I didn't even know he came in.
There's a guy on his knees back here, and you say TGA. TGA standing right
He
there.
came in so stealthy, I didn't even see him.
I didn't see him either.
That was wild.
Thank you, Brian.
Fantastic, Brian.
Name is
Thank you.
Brian.
Good job calling Andrew.
You're an asshole for taking credit for that.
Brian,
Andrew.
good job calling Andrew. That's what really fixed it.
Yeah, he's a Team TGA guy.
Andrew showed up late and was like, yeah, I got it. Got it.
He just walked in.
That's I don't know. That's a union worker right there. Isn't that how you do it? You just stand around and let somebody else do the work. Yep, took care of it.
That's Jerry. Oh, it's Jerry. Oh.
You were in a union, weren't you?
Yeah, but we worked.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. So we got
I am my job.
we got some basketball last night. What we don't have today is because rain at the SEC tournament. We can't run it back with a Mincy video. Which
Right.
I was disappointed with that. Hopefully the rain holds off and we get to run it back out down there in Hoover, and Tennessee and Vanderbilt play eventually, so he can go do whatever he's going to do with the Whistler. I'm actually excited to see what he comes up with next.
You know what's a random event I always kind of throw on Memorial Day too? And I probably got to talk to Dukes. Isn't lacrosse championship Monday?
I think it is.
Saturday is the semis.
Yeah.
Stanford versus Rutgers, Princeton versus Maryland.
Oh, I wonder why TJ knows the fucking
Monday's
schedule.
the final.
Oh, all right, great. What time Saturday? Now we have somebody
I
to
think
root
it's
for.
like 12 and 3
Who are
are the
the-
two semis.
Who are the other three teams?
It's Rutgers, Cornell, Maryland, and Princeton.
Rutgers, Cornell.
Maryland is a minus
lot of-
minus 610 favorite to win it all.
Three teams, New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
all four teams are generally in the same area.
No, Maryland's.
Maryland's a
way
couple hours away, but it's
down
yeah.
not way down there.
Maryland is also undefeated and hasn't come close to losing all year. So they're
Why are they so good?
best players. I don't know.
Probably
Is
not.
anyone kind of shocked that Cornell and Princeton's demographics would be good at lacrosse? That makes sense to anybody or no?
It's weird that Rutgers. I didn't know Rutgers students made enough money to play lacrosse.
Mississippi State.
Hey,
All right, good. We got
Hey,
somebody to root
hey.
for. We got
Mississippi
Rutgers to
even
root
have
for.
lacrosse?
All right.
no, we don't have lacrosse. SEC doesn't even have men's soccer.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
SEC.
kind of funny, actually.
Actually, is there there's men's soccer in college, right? Is there men's soccer?
Yeah, it's men's soccer. in
Yeah,
college.
Ohio State had a soccer team.
It's for all the kids who can't play
Actually,
football.
actually, a lot of friends on the soccer team.
Yeah, it's for all the kids who can't play football.
It's a waste of what?
Waste of grass.
Waste of grass.
It's for the kids that you couldn't play receiver, and then you couldn't play corner either.
Yeah.
Soccer.
It's for the Wes Welkers without hands.
Yep.
Big time.
Can't cover anybody either.
But let me just go ahead and knock out both ads real quick because Game Time is it's the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. They're one of our great friends. They have come onto the scene in a hurry here, and it's playoff season. It's summer season. A lot of great events going around. Indy 500 coming up, right? You got the U.S. Open coming up. And if you're waiting around and you didn't get the first round of tickets and you think they're too expensive, well, right when you get close to game time, look at the Game Time app, and they're going to have great tickets at a great price. They've cracked the code on how to get the price right close to the event. It's a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. They guarantee the lowest price. It just takes 2 taps and 10 seconds to complete the purchase process. Once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed, and you can share tickets with your friends via text very easily. Skip the hassle. Enjoy the moment. Again, Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login. Redeem code CENTRAL for $20 off your first purchase. Again, download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
We did get a Mints update, by the way.
What is the Mints update? 10 years ago with Archie Manning.
A little TBT, a little Throwback Thursday.
I can't tell you I didn't look terrible 10 years ago either. So has anybody gotten more famous off his testicles than Archie Manning? Average quarterback in college, average quarterback in the pros.
The take I had.
What'd you say?
Hall of Famer.
He is not a Hall of Famer. Not even close.
Did he not make the Hall of Fame?
No, he had more in college. He had more interceptions.
It was with the
touchdowns,
Saints, right? They were bad.
And the Saints, he had way more interceptions.
Yeah, they were like terrible.
Look at his stats.
No, I know that his stats weren't like.
He is not good.
The Saints were a bad team.
He was never good.
The take I had was that as Peyton Manning paid for anyone else's kids' college more than people attached to him. Like Adam Gase. He worked at Peyton Manning. Oh, he was offensive coordinator. Oh, he's a quarterback's coach. Maybe fucking Peyton Manning was the good one in all of that. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are still cashing
I think
checks.
the modern era of that is tied to Belichick in any way. If you were a coach coming up.
I still think Manning's giving him a run.
But Joe Judge went from a fucking special teams coach to head coach of the New York Giants because he wasn't qualified.
I mean, I wouldn't say – I would just – because Harbaugh was the same way.
With what?
The Ravens coach. He was went special teams to that, and he's been unbelievable.
I know, but still being up against Belichick is what does it.
That's like the first thing they list on the resume. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know
it's
that.
under Belichick.
Oh, Adam Gase. Oh, he worked at Peyton Manning.
For sure.
You guys stinks.
So he's College Football Hall of Fame and the Saints Ring of Honor Hall of Fame.
That's not a Hall
I got confused. Relax.
Saints Ring of Honor is not a Hall of Fame.
Right.
College Football Hall of Fame is a Hall of Fame.
Rico could be on the Saints Ring of Honor.
No, after Mincy. Respect to the king.
2-time Pro Bowler.
Yay. What was his stat? Tell me how many career touchdowns, career interceptions.
Oh, it's bad.
It's just terrible.
I knew he was on a really bad team.
He wasn't good himself. There's a reason they were a bad team.
He had He threw 125 touchdowns and 173 interceptions.
I mean,
a career completion percentage of 55.
It was awful. He was never good. They say anytime somebody says, "Oh, that quarterback was on a bad team," okay, a lot of good quarterbacks make their teams pretty good. Those 80s Broncos teams weren't much without John Elway, but he made them really, really fucking good.
Also, breaking news, Steve Smith Sr. just joined the Giants coaching staff.
To do what?
Coach football.
Okay, that makes sense. That checks out. Thank you very much, Big Ev, you sarcastic piece of shit.
He's the director of morale.
Piece of fucking shit.
Who doesn't like Steve Smith Sr.?
I like Steve Smith Sr. That gets him away from TV, though.
So
I don't like him on TV.
He didn't say exactly what role. He just said, "I'm officially joining the Giants coaching staff." He made a video just saying, coming straight from the source, no need to hear it from Schefter or Rapture.
Also, adding the name Senior is that's a move.
He was the first one to do it. That's why I respect it.
That's a move.
People started doing it after him. He was the initial guy that did it.
Speaking of TV, it's a lot. Did we lose Herb Street from college, or is he doing both?
He's doing both. I think we're still
doing both, but he is doing some NFL, right?
Yeah, with Amazon, right? Him and
I know.
and Joe Buck.
It's wild.
Dude, I mean, Herb Street's great.
I think you're on to something. I think the NFL is going to start dipping into Saturday nights as well.
Oh yeah,
but it's such a bad night of television.
See what they're doing? They're dipping their toe. They just took Christmas from the NBA, and when I say they took it, I mean they took it.
They also already took baseball. We talked about that.
Yeah, the NFL is going to end up taking everything it wants,
World Series.
and eventually they're going to take Saturday. They're going to realize, oh fuck, especially late in the season.
Well, that's what I love.
Late in the college
when it breaks. Those Saturday games are great because you get the bowl games all day. You get a bowl game that's like, the first wave of bowl games, and it's usually like December 17th. That works. Like you get you really only get one Saturday. It's definitely good, but I could see him, maybe, or breaking it up, doing one in September, October, November, December.
They'll do. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll do it one at first. They might even have they might open the season with a Thursday night game, a Saturday night game, and then a bunch of Sunday games and then two Monday night games.
Yep.
They might start doing it that way. Like, oh, we're gonna make it a whole weekend, and they're gonna slowly. Then they'll have one in October, and then all of a sudden, I just can't put it past them. That's all.
No, I mean they're real. The stuff they've done, and like it's not too long ago. I remember being in college for that Packers Cowboys game in like 2008 that everyone had to watch, and like we were calling bars. Who's got the NFL Network? Like, how can we watch? I drove an hour to my buddy's house to go check it out. And then very quickly, they started to get mainstream. Well, I should say everyone started to get the NFL Network because of those games. Then they started to make them mainstream. Now they're on NBC. You know what I mean? Like, the NFL just dominates.
So
they
NFL,
really do.
Joe Buck didn't go to – where'd Joe Buck go? NFL coverage is going to look a lot different.
Really don't even.
Is he on Monday Night Football? What did he do?
No, Joe Buck go to ABC? I don't know.
Al Michaels went to Amazon, right?
Yes.
So we're going to lose out. Can somebody figure this shit out?
Joe Buck go to No, he didn't go to CBS.
He went somewhere.
Joe Buck go?
I think he went – did he go to Monday Night Football?
Yeah, Monday Night Football would be an ESPN product. Yeah. Did he go there? I don't really know.
He went somewhere.
I lose track, I'll be honest.
I lose track too, and it happens in the off season, so it's not going to be until like the first week where I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
ESPN.
He did.
Joe Buck, so
Monday Night Football.
So Amazon's got Al Michaels. So Sunday Night Football is going to be Tirico now, which I think he's fantastic.
So the thing that sucks about Buck going to ESPN though is you lose him for baseball. And I know people are going to get hard on. Like the familiarity. I liked him with baseball. I really
like
did.
Joe Buck the person. I don't really like Joe Buck the announcer. He's not excited enough for me, and I'm fine losing him for baseball. He's been in part of every baseball game for the last 20 years.
Yeah, right.
Has he added anything to it?
I agree with you. I'd rather you be over the top than like too mellow.
Yeah.
Especially when it's playoffs. Like these are huge moments.
I think the sport with the best announcing is, especially from a play-by-play perspective, is the NBA. You got Mike Breen, who's elite. You got Kevin Harlan, who's elite. Kevin Harlan also does football, but I think the NBA has the best. Although hockey announcers are really fucking good too.
Yeah.
And whenever you get into, they really help with that. Football and baseball, I don't think has anything.
I want to give a shout out to a guy just because it is
hometown
niche, but,
guys can be good.
Well, yeah, but they're always homers, which I love. I like the homer announcers. Yeah. One guy, I know MMA's so niche, but I'm telling you, the lead play like John Anik.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that guy pound for pound is as good as anybody in any sport. He's on like the energy from like the way he's that guy. He has the perfect like talk fast and articulate. He's phenomenal. I would put him against literally anybody, any sport. John Anik is amazing.
Okay.
All right, before we get to the Celtics dismantling the Heat last night and the hockey comeback and a couple of other things, I got a topic for us. Okay, you're a fan of Rico Bosco first, but then you're also a fan of some certain teams. You're a fan of the Giants, and you're a fan of the Mets, and you're a fan of
I'm not a fan of the Mets.
I saw a Mets hat. You're a fan of the Jets. You're a fan of the Yankees.
Certainly not.
You're a fan of the Nets.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I hate most of those teams you just listed.
Who is the
He's
most
a big Red Bulls fan?
Yep.
Who is the most
NYFC
disappointing signing your favorite team ever had? The most disappointing signing your team ever had in your life?
Jason Bay, Andrani Bargnani.
Okay, that's
whatever the fuck.
Andrani.
Andre Bargnani.
Andres Bargnani.
Yeah, he don't deserve his name pronounced correctly.
Andrani.
I'm trying to think. Giants.
Although that was a draft pick. That wasn't a sign.
Yeah, Bargnani.
It came from the Raptors. That's right.
Bargnani, Jason Bay.
I confused him with Danilo Gallinari.
Yes, that draft pick. Yes.
Ryan Church wasn't.
You don't get 30 before anybody else goes.
All right, fine. Those are my three.
Who was the first one? Jason Bay.
Jason Bay was horrific, and I thought he was going to be great.
The Mets have had like Bobby Bonilla back in the day. He went from being great at the Pirates.
Talks about that, but the deferred money, and it's going to be a joke.
I don't care about the contract. He was great with the Pirates and average with the Mets.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of those guys.
Vince Coleman. It goes all the way back for the Mets.
Yeah, I mean Generation K or whatever the fuck that was. Like,
again, those were draft picks. You're talking about Pulsifer.
Well, I mean, we've just had bad luck regardless. But you're right. Yeah, signings. That makes sense. All right.
What about you?
The two that come to mind that are easy, like the Yankees, is Pavano. Guy literally he was unbelievable. He just didn't even play, basically. And then St. Ellsbury. Literally just gave him 7 years, like almost $200 million. I think 175 over 7. Literally barely played. Was bad when he played. The Giants don't really have like too many that stick out. They're not like I mean, until like 5 years ago, they were a very well run organization. They didn't throw a bunch of money at guys that weren't great. I mean, the Knicks have had some bad ones like Eddie Curry and like some.
Oh, Steve Francis.
Like, yeah, they've had the Knicks. The Knicks have had a ton of bad ones, but I think the Yankees ones are more. The Yankees they take a lot of swings, so you're gonna miss some as well.
For me, the Dolphins, it's easy. Back in 2006, there were two quarterbacks on the market, and the Dolphins famously passed on Drew Brees. And everybody thinks at the time, oh, you were disappointed. No, at the time, we weren't disappointed because we thought Dante Culpepper was going to be just as good. We thought Dante Culpepper was good.
I mean, he was great.
Dante Culpepper, Minnesota, like, okay, we got Dante Culpepper. Fuck Drew Brees. There was a piece of, like, it's hard to believe now. But at the time, Dante Culpepper was 1A and 1B.
Culpepper was awesome.
I lived through that. He could play.
And I remember we opened the season on a Thursday night against Pittsburgh, the Steelers. Like right, I don't know if they were going to win the Super Bowl that year, if they just won the Super Bowl, and they destroyed us. And I'm like, oh, that's one of those you knew immediately this isn't working. And then Drew Brees, first year, goes to the NFC title game and whatever. It became one of the worst signings in the history of sports. But Dante Culpepper is mine.
Jed Lowry was a bad one for the Mets too. The guy didn't play. Like there was something up with that agent that was fishy. Him and Brody, that whole.
I always wondered, like Jed Lowry. Y'all said that a couple times. Was Jed Lowry ever any good?
He was a piece. He was a piece.
Good like now.
He's good now. He was a piece. Like he was supposed to put us in the running. Like, but the guy just didn't play. Like it's you got to say it's a bad signing when you don't even get to see what he did.
All right, relax, Rico.
That's a problem.
I'd like to give Rico some props if I can, real quick. I rarely do that because he's not a good person. But the video with Large's kids coming to it was put out by Barstool Sports store. The video of Large's kids coming to work, and there were several skits. Joey Camasta did something, Glenny Balls did something, Jerry did something, and then Rico had a part where he was teaching Large's son how to properly grip a high noon when you're going to throw it at somebody's face. Incredible. I thought it was funny. I thought it was the funniest part of that skit.
All right, guys, listen.
Yeah.
This isn't a playground. This is my workplace. Let's try to be professional today. Let's go. All right past Erica's office. Don't make eye contact.
All right, so the site is called OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, this is what we do all day. It's my job.
Welcome to Lower in the Bar. McCarthy Kids. Today we are trying goat head. It's a delicacy, so don't worry. It's not too gross.
Okay, and that's the whole point of OnlyFans. That's the whole site, is these models are supposed to use. It's pretty awesome.
So it's the 666 rule.
I thought that was.
I'm Coach Douglas.
I can tell you.
But they don't. I'm not a coach.
Fan, when I'm here, I like to hang out at a little place called the Goon Pit. Okay. It's really cozy. You're gonna like it. Let me show you where it is.
Okay.
Right this way.
Let's go.
And do you crush termies?
Almost a hybrid of a baseball and football. So the grip like that, like a fastball.
Yeah.
Cuff it down here.
Sup, fellas?
Oh, heck no. It's more like, sup, fellas?
If you get it spinning like this, you lose distance and velocity. So what you want to do is almost come over the top, like that.
All right, so that's it. That's what I do for work. Thanks very much for coming in. You guys learn anything today?
Plenty.
Great video.
Colleen does.
Great video.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Large as I did, or either way. Colleen does a great job with that account too. So TikTok's been bumping. Very funny stuff you come across.
I pulled up the chat for 3 seconds, and they've already got RIP somebody. So now I have to go check, see if the guy died. And he did.
Oh, I just saw the face.
He did.
My God.
Who died?
Ray Liotta.
No.
Ray Liotta.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You literally said RIP. Your Twitter literally first face. I just see Ray Liotta. I was like, oh
Fuck.
my God.
TMZ has it. Ray Liotta has died. He was 67.
All right, now I'm watching Goodfellas for 7 times this weekend.
All right, and we have a Barstool Sports RIP Ray Liotta. So the chat was right.
Shit.
Chat,
I'm gonna watch
Field of Dreams.
I'm gonna watch Blow. I'm gonna watch all great movies.
He's 67. See, I guess I
He
just
did look old though. He didn't look great.
He does look older than 67.
Yeah.
In the picture, but fucking great actor, man. That's a shame.
Damn. You wish he had more though.
I mean, just
I liked everything
all-timers,
he was
like,
in.
just
No, I
all-timers.
know, but
And like timeless classics.
Yeah, no, he's right though. Yeah, it was like the quality of things that he was in. You would think he would have had more, but
That's fair.
But again, he was quality, not quantity guy. I'm not a Goodfellas stan. I've seen it. It's fine. I still think of him as Shoeless Joe Jackson from Field of Dreams.
He's great in that too.
So even that's I mentioned Blow. His character isn't huge in Blow, but he's like such a he's like the perfect dad in that movie. He plays just the quote, like they have like the quotes and how he has like the thing at the end where he listened to his voice the last time, and he's like, I'll never forget you told me. He's like, hey, get on your knees and tie my son's shoes, or like something like that. Like, just a great actor. That's a fucking shame.
Yeah, it's a fucking shame.
He had like a TV series, I think, with Jennifer Lopez for a little bit. Well, not Jennifer Lopez. I don't even know. He had something most recently that I saw. He was playing a cop. You gonna make me look it up? Okay. What are you looking at me like that? I'm just telling you his last works. The man died. Can't say anything? What is your fucking problem?
I'm letting you kind of panic yourself and drown instead of just swim. Why don't you just swim?
God. Ray Liotta Cop Show. Shades of Blue. And it was with Jennifer Lopez.
Monty Henson says, stick to sports, move on. Suck my dick, Monty Henson, you
2016. Damn. Well, Ray Liotta was in a sports movie, so.
Yeah, it was in Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
And it was very good in Field of Dreams.
Great sports movie.
Right. You're a low ball hitter.
You know who the voice ultimately ended up being, right?
No, who was it?
It was Ray.
Oh, I thought you meant the actor. Yeah,
Ray.
It was No, Ray, it was you. He literally says that.
Yeah.
No, Ray, it was
Some
you.
people still don't get it.
That was Shoeless Joe Jackson's last line in the movie.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Steve Mahalik. Great guy. Great guy.
Knew all religions.
Knew all religions.
worked with Ray Liotta as well.
Shot himself. Dead.
That clip is.
That's an all-timer. Yeah, that's one of my 3 or 4 favorite clips since I've been here.
That's just Stu. I mean.
Great guy. Knew all religions.
He's dead. Killed himself. Shot himself.
And also, we will get back to sports, but if fucking Ray Liotta dies during the show, we're going to talk about Ray Liotta dying during the fucking show.
3 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Ray Liotta. We're not talking about fucking Miles Teller or something.
Oh.
That was, come on.
Come on.
Who's an actor now?
Miles Teller's a very good
Miles Teller, I have a lot of his stock.
Very good actor. You
have stock from every actor.
That's not true.
Wrong
Julia Stiles stock.
Yeah. I told you, I'm going to hit the lotto.
I said Julia Stiles.
Give Jeff D'Lo a couple million, and he has to write an Oscar script for her. And my supporting cast is
you don't need to hit the lotto.
Kate Hudson, Miles Teller, Giamatti, James Van Der Beek in a comeback, Mark Paul Gosselaar, and I think that's it. I just love Kate Hudson as well.
Who's Van Der Beek?
Huh?
He's Dawson from Dawson's Creek, Varsity Blues.
He's Moxon.
Moxon.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I think that he's another guy. Give him the right role.
We got Van Der Beek and Mark Paul Gosselaar in the same movie because they're the same guy. They're just different ages.
Yeah.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
And maybe they're part of a crew.
Mark Paul Gosselaar passed the reins to
yeah, part of a crew.
The second one.
Maybe just throw Scott Caan in there. The 3 of them could be a little trio.
You can't say that last name like that.
Scott Caan.
Scott Caan.
I'd say
Same
Caan.
shit.
I can't say Caan. There's 2 A's.
Caan.
It's his dad's.
That was more my accent a little bit. I don't think
James Caan, right?
Caan.
Kansas City in France, where they do the movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's an Entourage episode.
Yeah, they fly there with Kanye.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then doesn't Johnny Drama fuck somebody on the beach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all watch.
Yeah. Quick reminder, France would be speaking German if it wasn't for us. Hit me in the chat. 3 letters. If we didn't give them their ass space, TJ.
Okay, just relax.
USA.
USA. Za.
USA.
Love Za.
Hold on, let's see if they're. We're not getting it.
I gotta stick to current events, not history.
Yeah, this one didn't play. This one didn't hit.
All right.
I think if you did start a Let's Go Brandon chant, I think that would work.
Fucking commies.
All right, here we go. The Celtics handled business last
Whipped
night, and is this more about the Heat or the Celtics? It is about the Celtics because the Celtics have a chance to go to the finals. They got a home game to go to the finals. Now, I don't think the series is over. Look out. It could be a right cross coming. But that's 2 games in a row. The Heat just came out like hot fucking garbage.
I think the Heat are just – I think Butler's just – he's giving it what he can. He's not what he was.
Not 100%.
You can just see the difference. Obviously, however you want me to say, Tyler Hero, him obviously – when you're losing, like when you got Butler that looks like he's at like 50%, like you got your 2 main your main bucket getters that just can't, like, they're just not playing. That's tough, man. Like, I mean, the Celtics played like shit and they won by 13.
Well, they played like shit for a quarter and a half, 2 quarters, but then
Jaylen Brown had good. They played a good.
They were fantastic in the.
They were good. They had great third.
It was ugly.
Fantastic
It was definitely
in the
ugly
third
early for sure.
It was.
I mean, they only scored 93.
Yeah,
it was a bad basketball game. Yeah. Much of it. And then the Celtics got right. The Heat never did quite get right. But again, I got to say, these two teams both have that dog mentality in them where I think the Celtics, I would lean towards them winning next game out. And
see what the line is already?
What is it?
9.
9?
Yes.
Wow, Vegas really thinks.
No, but that's what I think they're seeing what a lot of us like. I just looked at that Heat team and I was like, they just look like they're just not like.
They're done.
They're just so hurt. Like it's not them quitting. It's they're just hurt so badly. Like they just don't have. Like I don't think they have the horses right now.
What did the Celtics take the Bucks in? 6 or 7?
6. I think
6.
Yeah,
6.
That's what I'm saying.
It's only been one game 7.
I know. So we keep going back to it. Like if the Nets do win, if the Celtics do win in 6 here, granted Butler and Hero and it is what it is, but. You're looking at the Heat team that you said was disrespected. Celtics kind of put them away and you did okay in 6. Not necessarily a long series, but win in 6. Beat the Bucks in 6. Should have won in 5 or 4. Like they threw some games away there and dismantled the Nets. The Celtics playoff resume here is very obviously they're in the finals, but like they're playing out of their minds.
Not in the finals yet, but if they win, of course.
Yeah, right. I'm saying if they do.
My foot itches. I gotta scratch it.
I get itchy feet sometimes.
Yeah.
Wear socks when you sleep?
No, I don't.
I do. I don't like them cold.
You wear socks when you sleep?
Now everybody thinks it's a fucking psycho move.
It is.
Well,
I don't like being cold. Feet get cold. I got the AC pumping.
Maybe Steve Smith update.
Oh, Celtics did beat Bucks in 7, by the way. We fucked that up.
7, right? Okay.
Oh, what an asshole.
Oh, so you got excited for no reason.
I mean, he tweeted it himself.
That's right. Remember the fucking Bucks won in
Yeah.
All
right.
Or the Celtics won in Milwaukee to force Game 7. Yeah, that was stupid. There's been 2 games.
I love Steve Smith.
Now you don't love him anymore?
No, I still love him, but now maybe a little. I'm upset.
You're a fucking roller coaster of emotions. That's what you are.
Made me upset. I was excited. Now I'm less excited.
But either way, I don't think that series should have gone 7, Brandon.
Well, it did go 7, though.
I understand that, but the Celtics blew that 10-point lead on the.
You don't even have to say how many games it went. They beat the fucking defending champs. That's enough.
Yeah,
for
I got
resume.
it, but I thought they won.
The Bucks came back. Give them credit.
Yeah, I mean it was a 7-game series, and yeah, I remember it. Sorry, we get to talking fast and we say the wrong things sometimes.
Celtics were the better team in that series.
Well, they won the series.
I thought they should have won 6 games. Like they threw 2 away, if you ask me. But I got you.
Grizzlies, the best team in the NBA when healthy, would have wiped the Warriors with Adams and Ja. Nah.
No,
I don't think so.
Very good team. I think they could be the best team very soon.
Yeah, they're on their way. But then they were good, and they gave the Warriors a run. And the Warriors, any doubt, I'm betting the Mavs tonight at +7. But
I am as well.
But any doubt that the Warriors go ahead and finish this thing up and get ready for the finals? I mean, I think
the Warriors.
I think they win the game.
Very, very small doubt. I mean, enough that I'm taking the Mavs +7, but I think they're at least going to go out on their shield. But I don't know. The Warriors are just at home.
When did we come up with the phrase "going out on your shield"?
I never heard that.
I like it. You've heard it.
I love it.
Probably in like the 1700s.
No, that's not. It just became a thing. I remember it when Deontay Wilder got knocked the fuck out by, or they had
the last fight, his last Fury fight, unbelievable. Oh. That was like the definition: go out on your sword.
Shield.
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Got to say both.
There's also a 75-year streak in the NBA that's at risk of being broken.
What is it?
75 straight years a former Knick has played in the finals. There's only 2 left in the playoffs right now.
You mean a Knick or a former Knick?
Correct.
75 years?
Correct.
And they're both on the Mavs?
No, Luke Cornett's on the Celtics, and
Reggie
then
Bullock.
Frank's on the Mavs as well.
I mean, Celtics are in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, how couldn't you do that for with the free agency? Couldn't you do that for a lot of teams now?
I don't know, 75 years is pretty substantial.
I mean, who is that?
It's Greer.
Greer.
I never met him.
Good guy.
Wild outfit.
Great guy.
Heard great things.
Never met Greer.
I mean,
Greer's been here.
Right, I never met the guy.
I mean, that's a wild. That's tame for him.
All right, fine.
That was very just.
It was wild.
He's the data guy. Dave
tweets
a picture of.
I heard he's great. I never met him.
How long's Greer been here? Years, right?
For like 5 years.
At least he was here when I was here. I've been here like almost 4 years.
Cowboy hat was wild.
I don't think that was a cowboy hat.
Straw cowboy.
Yeah, like almost like a not quite a top hat, but like
a derby.
Yeah,
is that a derby
hat might make sense.
Derby hat's short. It's like almost like a bowl.
Want to take some calls?
Yeah.
Let's take some calls from the boys. So we're not going to be here tomorrow. No show.
You touched on the hockey.
Or Monday.
Because Zaz going to a strip club, huh?
Touched on the hockey comeback quick.
Yeah.
Actually, have you been to Sapphires before?
I've never been. You want?
It's up the road.
How far up the road?
It's on 50th, I believe.
You want to go?
Yeah, I haven't been in a while. I haven't been in like a year and a half.
Why? Oh, COVID.
Yeah.
Me as well.
That was the last time.
years.
COVID times was the
Let's
last
go.
time.
Let's take a trip. Let's take a boys' trip.
Yeah, we should.
It'd be nice.
Should. Be fun.
Is it female strippers?
Oh yeah.
Good.
He said, "Oh yeah."
I think I went like 4 years ago. See if Dom's still at the door. Dead serious.
I actually shot a video there that never came out.
What are the chances there's not a dom at the door of any strip club in?
That makes sense.
In New York.
My plug is the Asian dude.
I
The
don't know,
Asian
yeah.
dude, the guy with the shrimp, the guy that does the shrimp.
Oh, that's racist.
I don't know.
No,
I went
he,
there for
he
like
literally.
a half hour.
It's not racist. He literally does the shrimp inside.
888 Stool 22. Shout out Dom and shout out Asian Dom. We go to Rob in Massachusetts. Hello, Rob.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How you doing?
Not bad. What's up?
I just had a little talking point topic I want to bring up and hear your guys' opinion on it. What the most dominant thing in sports is. So an example of a sky hook, Shaq in the post, Frank the Tank in a live dozen trivia match, stuff like that. See what you guys had to say about it and some of your opinions, and I'll shut up and listen. Thank you.
I think Frank's a little overrated in live dozen matches. Nick's actually the engine that drives that car.
I think he said what it would have been my answer.
What is it?
Like just Shaq in his prime. I think there was just no answer for it.
Yeah.
You could put anybody in front of him. It didn't matter.
Straight body.
Like, when I just think of like dominant, like in sports, like dominance, like it's just Shaq in his prime was just.
I think of like
nothing you could do with
Randy Johnson's
fastball.
Randy Johnson slider to left-handers, and there was just no.
Yep.
That's not a hittable pitch, and there's. I think maybe Pedro in his prime.
Yeah.
I hate him, but Rivera's cutter obviously had fucking success.
Nadal French Open.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Tiger and Sunday Red from like 99 to 02.
Yep.
Something like that.
Never relinquished the lead.
Yeah.
If he had it, he was winning. He was winning big.
We're missing. Oh, the 80.
Brady in the fourth quarter.
I was gonna say the 85 Chicago Bears defense. Y'all aren't old enough, but it was. Oh my God.
Would they have like 4 or 5 shutouts?
Yeah, it was. They had
the 2000 Ravens.
I think they had two shutouts in the playoffs, and then gave up 3 in the other game or something like that.
And they won the Super Bowl
46
10,
to 10,
right?
46 to 10.
Crazy.
And I think the touchdown was either. I know it was mop up. It might have been defensive or helped by a turnover or something like that. Although the Ravens defense years later when they beat the Giants 34-7.
34-7.
And that was a kickoff return.
That's what I think I think Hickson maybe it was.
Did Walter Payton have serious gripe enough there to bitch about that?
He shouldn't have, but he made it about that. But he and they did give a fucking touchdown to the Fridge. That was ridiculous. But he had like 20 carries in the game. Could have scored on any of those 20. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lewis in North Carolina. Hello.
Yeah, I got a win total for you.
Yes.
NC State over 8.5.
Are you an NC State fan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. They will be good. They bring back just as much as anybody in the ACC, and Devin Leary is a very good quarterback. I do worry about their top-end ability. Like they've been stacking wins, but who have they beat? They had a decent win against Clemson last year. And that in double overtime, maybe overtime, but NC State will be good. My fear there is I'd have to look at their schedule because I think the ACC is going to be pretty.
You think it's better? You've been saying
I think
that
the ACC is going to be really good this year. There's no trash in the ACC this year.
It's good. Wake's good. I've seen a lot
College
of people
is
touting
good.
them. Boston College is supposed to be good for the last 5 years.
No, they were good until their quarterback got hurt last year.
Yeah,
they averaged 34 points a game with him, 17 points without. They were
proceed with caution with BC a little bit on that. They got
an NFL receiver. They got NFL guys, and NC State's going to be really good as well. I'd have to see their schedule to see where they play certain teams, but 8.5. Could I see NC State winning 9 or 10 games? Absolutely.
I think Leary. I mean, there's just a lot of talent. Leary could be like a sneaky Heisman candidate.
He is a lot. The line's moving down on him. I've heard too. You know who's supposed to be kind of sneaky decent in the ACC is Virginia a little bit too, right?
Well, their problem is
strong. They just hadn't played no defense.
I think they're going to run into the North Carolina problem last year.
That's fine, but they'll still be pesky and all. That's all I'm saying.
They got a great quarterback. They got a great quarterback and great skill position, but they lost all 5 offensive linemen.
Yeah,
and that's a problem.
Definitely a problem. But I'm saying basement dwellers in the ACC are Duke, and I don't think
Duke's
Virginia's
trash.
In that. Yeah, there's not many of them.
Bill in
Georgia
Kansas.
Georgia Tech stinks.
Bill in Kansas.
Yeah, I got a question about KU football for you, Brandon.
Yep.
we've been crap for like 10 years now, but do you think there's any chance we could win like 4 games next year?
No, I think
in Leipold's like first real season.
No, I think you can win 5 or 6. I think he'll challenge for a bowl game. I think Leipold's a really good fucking coach. He found his freshman quarterback at the end of last year. He was really good. Jaden Daniels, I can never remember which one it is. But found the quarterback. He's a good coach. He's brought in some transfers. The rest of the Big 12's coming down a little bit. The Big 12, I think, is going to be worse than it was last year. The ACC is going to be better. So I think Kansas can win 5 or 6 games this year. I really do.
I know Ev's high.
I love Leipold.
Yeah, they've owned a transfer portal, but like, we finally have a quarterback. But like, I do feel like the Big 12, like, other than like Oklahoma and Texas, every team's like the exact same. So I feel like it's gonna be tough to win.
I disagree with that. Iowa State's going to be a lot worse than they've been. They only have 8 starters back, and I don't know what their quarterback situation is going to be. Oklahoma State lost one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, and a bunch of defensive starters. They're going to be a lot worse. Baylor, we'll see. TCU, I think, has a chance to be just outright trash for the first time in a long time.
You know who's kind of at the bottom of that conference now?
TCU.
Oh, West Virginia as well.
Now West Virginia's a team to watch too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They've had everything but a quarterback. Their defense has been really good, and they add JT Daniels. I think West Virginia's somebody to watch in that conference as well.
A huge JT Daniels guy.
They have been. They used to be the power, and you know.
Yeah. We go to Mark in Philly, who has an NHL pick. Hello, Mark.
What's up, fellas? Usually when I'm calling in baseball or basketball or football winners. Those are the sports I follow closely, watch too much of, and overthink. But today, I'm going outside my comfort zone. I don't know shit about hockey. I don't know the names or the lingo. My hockey plays are totals based strictly on numbers and trends. So I'm taking my dumb sports watching brain, throwing it aside, and going strictly with my analytical brain. Marky Puck is taking the Edmonton Oilers team total over 3. They've scored between 4 to 6 goals in the first 4 games of this Flame series, are averaging 5 goals per game in the series, and they've scored 4 plus in 6 of the last 7 games. The 3 players with the most points in the postseason are all on the Oilers, and the Oilers have the second most goals per game in the playoffs. So give me Oilers team total over 3 flat, and I think at worst we'll get a push.
All right, Mark, always brings the goods. Thank you very much, Mark. You guys like that pick?
I mean, yeah. I mean, everything you said. How could you not?
Yeah. When Mark says it sounds legit.
I mean, when they score, it's the over's 3 and they score 5.
Was that the goal last night? You see that goal from the guy from the Avalanche last night?
I need to ask Hockey about that.
Unbelievable.
He looked like he had fucking jets on his skates.
Oh, it's sick.
We go to Craig in Georgia. Go ahead, Craig in Georgia.
What's your problem with hockey?
All right. I know you guys got a job to do, and it's this time of year where we got to talk about all the other conferences. But at the end of the year, every year, the SEC champ, aside from a couple years with Ohio State and, Pac-10 back in the day when USC was good, it's the same thing every year. Whoever wins the SEC wins it all.
Okay. Was that your full statement?
That's it, man. I mean, are we going to be talking about anything other than that at the end of this year?
I think there's 2 teams above everybody else this year without worrying about conferences. I think Alabama is peaking this year, which is always a scary sight, and Ohio State is peaking this year. So those are the 2 teams. I don't see another national title contender in the SEC. With 9 defensive starters to replace, I see Georgia being good, not championship good. There might be a year off for them. But, yeah, I think it's Alabama, Ohio State, and then the rest of the country. And I don't know where you're going to find 2 other teams for the playoff this year. It's a wide-open race.
B-Walk, do you think that the NIL is going to even this out a little bit where we see other conferences really contending, or is it always just –
I think you're already seeing it, right? Like Lincoln Riley just transformed USC in a matter of months. They're going to be a very good team this year because they added like 11 big-time players, both on offense and defense. I think the reason Saban is and the reason other guys at the very top of the sport are bitching about this is there is more of an even playing field now, and somebody like A&M can come up there. And if A&M can do it, well, why the fuck couldn't Florida State do it? And if Florida State could do it, why couldn't Washington do it? So I think they're seeing their grip loosen, and it will even out. Now, Alabama's still going to be at the top. Ohio State's still going to be at the top, but I think they're going to have more room. I think they're going to have friends at the top very, very soon.
Oregon's always going to be in that conversation with the Nike money, too, I feel like.
I think you're right. Zach in Illinois.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
But before you go any further, Zach, I got to say this. I've been meaning to say this the last couple of calls. Since this is not our Friday show, this is now for the last 15 minutes. It's Gas Us Up Thursdays. Go ahead.
Love that.
Oh, definitely. Ev, love the Hawaiian shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon,
Thank you.
legs are looking good-ish. I don't know.
That wasn't really.
Rico.
Got a scrape, huh?
Rico, hope you're doing well, man. Hope all's well mentally.
That's good. I'll take that.
That works.
Been doing okay mentally.
Why do you look like you're sitting in a wheelchair?
This isn't a
You know why though? Because every day is closer to 2024.
this isn't a pick, more so a talking point. Coming into the playoffs, I think the NBA playoffs were really, really hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think there was a lot of parity, a lot of teams that could win. But overall, I would say it's extremely disappointing, especially with these 2 rounds. You have games that, like, no game is a single-digit game.
Yeah.
And the best series of the playoffs, I would say, was Minnesota-Memphis. I just wanted to know your guys' opinions, about the playoffs, if they've lived up to the hype at all, or if they've been a major letdown.
No, I would agree. I would wait till the end of the finals before I call the playoffs a letdown, because if we have an epic finals, then we forget that. Like last year was a great finals. So if we have another one of them, I think we'll be able to forgive some things. It hasn't been a playoffs full of intrigue or full of drama. When teams have adjusted and they come out the next night, they beat teams by 15, 20, and then the other team beats you by 15 or 20. I also agree with you. I thought the Minnesota-Memphis series had a lot of energy and was very, very good. I think that was the best series. Although the Sun series with the Mavs was also good. It was different, and that's really. I think that Game 7 of that series is a very good emblem of this playoffs. Like, it was a good series, but then in Game 7, one team didn't show up, one team won by 40. And it's felt like that every fucking night. So it's hard to get invested in something that's like that every fucking night. We go to Nick in Alabama. Go ahead, Nick.
What's up, boys? Rico, you're the GOAT. Roll Tide. Brandon, your show's good. And Big Ev, your GOAT.
How can you have two?
I was at the game the other night
goats.
with the Mets, and my brother actually filmed that second angle of the Mincy video.
Nice.
And yeah, great masterpiece. And Mincy, I don't think he sat down once at the game.
Yeah, well, he's working.
High on cocaine.
He's the mayor.
Saying hi to people.
He's the mayor now?
Maybe he's always working.
He's kissing babies, shaking hands.
Yeah.
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
Yep.
All right.
One or the other.
Yeah, thank you very much. Zach in Kansas. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, big fan of the show, but I just had one question and then one pick. One question was if Win Total Wednesday is going to come back for college football, and then my pick is Kansas City and the Twins over 8.
Yep.
Kansas City has hit their over 6 times, hit the over 6 times in a row. Whit Merrifield and Bobby Witt are finally kind of hitting their stride right now. So as long as the Royals can get to like 3 runs or 2 runs tonight, it should go over like 10 runs. So that's my pick. Just wanted to know what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, that's interesting. And Win Total Wednesday, I believe we have planned
July 13th
to have 6 of them. July 13th. So we're off the first week of July, and then coming back the next Wednesday after we come back, we're going to have that either allows us for 6 or 7. And we're going to all aim for between 6 and 10 win totals.
Definitely 6 on the 24th. You could probably give your last one, but that's when college.
You could always double it. If you come in feeling good.
Yeah, you can definitely give 2. Like it's 6 weeks of it. Put it that way. You can give 12. You can give,
all right.
6 weeks of it.
888-STOOL-22. Alex in Florida. Hello, Alex. Alex in Florida.
Hey, guys. Just one. Hey, guys. Yep. You got me?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Just wanted to say I'm feeling pretty good about the Celtics. I wanted to say if we go ahead and finish out this series, it's a really impressive run to the finals, like the resume that we have built up with it and everything. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I'm not gonna really talk about that too much right now. I wanted to give out a pick. I actually am holding 30-1 Mavs to win this series. Now I know it sounds crazy, but at some point I really think that a team's gonna come back from 3-0. Even if it's not this series, I really think that. So I just wanted y'all's thoughts on that.
I guess if you remember how before a 16 seed ever beat a 1 in an NCAA tournament, stats guys said, this is overdue to happen. This is statistically this should have happened already, and then a couple years later it finally did happen. It does feel like, with all the series that's happened in the history of basketball, it seems overdue to happen. Now,
yeah,
I mean, it happened in baseball, which baseball to me is less volatile than basketball.
Right.
So it happened there, and I feel like eventually, yeah, it could happen.
It happened in hockey.
You think baseball's less volatile?
Yeah, I think it's less volatile. You're less likely to get a series-altering injury in baseball, I think, than a basketball.
That agree 100%. That agree.
And basketball, I think, can swing more wildly than baseball.
Did it happen in hockey?
I don't know.
I would imagine
I'm not a hockey historian.
I would imagine it did. Yeah.
I kind of want to say it might have happened multiple.
I gotta ask the chat now. I don't want to go back to the chat, but
save your time. I know it never happened in the NFL, so you don't have to research that.
I don't think it's happened in college football either.
Yeah.
So it has happened in the NCAA tournament though in March Madness.
Yep.
Teams come down from 3 games
at
back.
46 series.
Yeah, just showed up in the Elite Eight and said, you know what, just gonna play.
Those old boys from NYU. Down 3-0.
City boys. We go to Nick in Illinois. Hello, Nick.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. What's up?
So my pick is going to be Klay Thompson Finals MVP currently plus 2,000. I got it last week at plus 3,000. In terms of value, I think that's just the best one on the board. The only ones for the Warriors, as they are the favorite, are Draymond Green plus 1,400. Frankly, he does everything, but he doesn't score enough to get that. Jordan Poole has the same exact odds as Klay Thompson. Jordan Poole does not start. Jordan Poole is not as good as Klay Thompson. Not to mention also the whole injury thing with Klay. Like, there's a storyline to him. And then also, Game 6 Klay, he could always just turn up and just go crazy. He averaged 20 on 40% from 3 this year. Yeah. I think he's the best value to win finals MVP.
I like that a lot, actually.
I don't hate the value. There's one big sticking point I have with it. As far as value, that is a smart play. It's a gambler's play. I like that. The only problem is Steph Curry does not have a Finals MVP.
Yeah,
that's that fact is wild. And
achievement award.
The fact that they've won 3, Durant won 2 of them, and Andre Iguodala won 1.
The biggest robbery in the history of a Finals MVP. Disgusting that he didn't win.
Steph Curry is due to win a Finals MVP. By the same token, Klay is not much worse. Like, Klay's right there with Steph Curry. By the same token, Klay Thompson is also due to win a Finals MVP.
Yeah,
not the same way Steph. Though.
But if you're getting plus 150,
I don't hate the Klay Thompson pick. I don't
plus 150 on one and plus 2,000 on the other.
No, I don't hate the pick at all. The one that stood out to me that I saw Stephen Che post this morning, and I agree because I think he's the X factor on the other side. Jaylen Brown.
I was gonna say
you see the Celtics, like when he plays well, they just win.
I was thinking, like, all right, you obviously don't give out Tatum as the favorite. Who's the next best option for?
And like, I think Tatum might be a little banged up.
What's
you
Brown's
see, like I think Che actually got 25-1 like a while ago. I think he's down to like 10-1 now.
Yeah. I would play
good
both
move on
sides
Che's part, but that stood out to me. That you even noticed last night. He comes out of a third quarter, boom, steamroll. I'm like, he's such an X factor for them. Like when he plays well, they run through people.
I just want to say one more time, and I hate to have to keep reiterating this. It's Gas Us Up Thursdays. And some of you guys are calling and just going straight to picks, and that's fine. We appreciate that, but come on. Suck our dick a little.
Play by the rules.
Yeah, come on. Jack in Illinois, hello.
Hey, Brendan. Like the hair today. Looking great. Love the green shirt out. Rico, love the picks. I'm actually going to be riding with, I believe it was you who picked the Sox over. I love the over today. Keuchel on the mound. Absolute bum. All he does is puts the ball in play, and it just can't keep runners off the bag. So I love that over, and I also like the Yankees money line. I did a little parlay on that, but I took the over down to 8.5 instead of 9 on that Sox game to the plus 204. Want to know what your thoughts are about that?
I believe that was Carl's best.
It was Carl's.
Right? It was Carl's. I'm on the Braves, but it makes sense. I mean, you start. Listen, Carl's been eyeing up like starters like that who can get shelled. You put them together, 3 and 4s in the rotation, shit like that. Teams who hit well late in the week. I like it. I like the over, obviously. Respect my boys.
2-0 in his last 2 shows.
2-0 in his last 2. Hottest guy on the show.
What about you?
I'm 8 out of my 9 last best bets. But Carl needed him in the lineup to get hits. Carl's 2-0. Also, some Barstool Golf Chicago merch coming out. Looks sick.
Who would get the credit for that?
Carl. Or them. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Is the money going to the Chicago guys or the foreplay guys? I'm interested to see.
I mean, it says the Chicago logo. I don't know.
Okay.
Foreplay big collab going on right now.
With what? Chicago?
Nate Shot.
What's Nate doing with foreplay?
Nope. Nate Shot, CEO and founder of 100 Thieves.
It's a video game.
Got nothing.
Video game.
What are you doing? You having a stroke?
Joystick.
Can I show you a tweet?
No.
And just have you blind react to it?
Please. How can I blind react to it? Oh my God! Everything is about him, y'all. I wish people knew how self-centered this motherfucker really is.
I forgot he met him.
People
think he knows him better than me and you.
People think
and Ev.
People think he's a positive guy. He's all this. Nothing is not about him.
It's a shame he lost his friend.
I mean, imagine seeing somebody dying, like somebody you knew died. Oh, thank God I got that joke off in 1987.
No, it was 2 years ago.
It wasn't 2 years ago.
I thought he just recently met him.
No, I think it was a long time ago.
Oh, really?
He was during his poker days.
He was back in New Orleans,
maybe like 10 years ago.
The story. I know he was running hot in New York for a little while, Mincy. I mean, still is.
I'm not sure that's true. I don't think he's ever run hot in the poker scene.
Remember he had the big dinner with the girls. The mob guy kept trying to give him wine or something.
That was like recent.
That was recent.
That was in the last
that was
year or so.
Liotta, too.
Is he talking about a movie?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, no, he's dead serious.
Dead serious.
Did he play? Was grandma trying to get money for him?
No,
and he had to play Teddy KGB.
It's too late in the show.
Mincy came in buzzing.
Yeah.
And he went to this fancy Italian restaurant where he was in the back
with
room
two chicks.
with the Dons,
two
girls.
Where did I not? What?
He came in showing pictures. It was all the whole thing.
See this?
You were out.
I must have.
That was when, too. The guy kept trying to give him wine. He's like, I'm a friend of Bill.
Oh, yeah, the guy was like just basically making him drink wine, and he was just saying how he can't. And they were in a standoff.
Can I see that tweet again? Ray Liotta news makes me sad. I'm glad I seized my moment with him yelling, "You really are a funny guy," and slapping the poker table, and tagging Harris Nola and cracking aces. Whoever runs social for Harris is like, what the fuck?
Quick check. Harris is not a Penn Casino, correct? Just checking.
It's not about with him. It's not about we. It's about me.
Just checking.
It's not about we. It's about me. All right, so let's do picks.
When do we start the Ben Meeance thing?
Speaking of me, I continue to lead.
Yep.
Lead the show. Just dominating the show. Actually, I hope somebody gives me competition. Megan making money just god awful. Big Ev uncharacteristically
terrible,
bad.
just
Not
terrible.
great.
Rico characteristically bad.
Not great.
Mintz average, and then Mush. When he's here is okay. Smitty, I haven't seen Smitty in a while either. Smitty was out doing that. Speaking of the dozen, by the way, the dozen tonight. It's our show. The experts begin their championship march tonight when we play the Misfits with a mystery guest. I'm not going to tell you who the mystery guest is. I will just tell you I hate him. Or her.
Ray Liotta.
Thank God I got that dozen match with Ray Liotta in before he died. So it is a mystery guest. And I guess I did spoil it. It is in fact a him. So, and I hate him. Truly do. All right, picks. I've got 3, 2 in the NBA. I've got the Mavs +7. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I got the Mavs Warriors under 215. Those are my 2 plays. I actually think it's 215.5, but I did send you 215, so that'll be my number I go with publicly. And then I like the Rays money line +108 to beat the Yankees, and that's based solely on it opened at like +140 and it is now +108. So I'm chasing line movement there. It's nothing I see with the Yankees. It's just and it is time. How have the Yankees played the Orioles 13 times so far? It's May. It's not even.
We play them like 47 times a year. Somehow.
I think we've only played the Red Sox 3 or 4 times.
Scheduling.
All right,
and we don't play them until July.
All right, go ahead. Have you played the Rays yet?
I think once.
Yeah.
We play, I think one series.
Yeah.
I think.
It's weird. It's Blue Jays and Orioles up front, and then.
All right, go ahead, Big F.
I'm also on the Mavs +7. I think plug your nose and just play it.
Yeah.
I'm on the Cardinals money line. I'm on the Rockies Nationals over 8. I'm apologies to TJ. I forgot the Texas went in. Rangers money line plus 105 as well. And the hit parade will be out, I'd imagine, the next few hours.
Rangers money line in hockey or baseball?
Hockey. Or, excuse me, no.
Baseball.
Okay.
I'm on that as well.
Baseball.
Got to
Hit
clarify.
parade.
Texas Rangers.
Hit parade plus 4 units.
How many times do you get text and you don't know if it's hockey or baseball, TJ? I always like to put hockey when it's a hockey play.
And Ben's the worst because he just puts the city abbreviation. So when he does like TOR and it's like NBA regular season and MLB regular season, like
and hockey, yeah.
It could be anything.
tough.
All right, Rico.
Rockies. I'm gonna move the line to -1, plus 140. I think
Said this yesterday. I
think they're live. I think they're a very good team here. Braves -120 is a best bet. I am 8 of 9 of my last best bets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. With Ev, Texas Rangers plus 105. Warriors first half -3.5. Warriors -7. I think they want to close it out. I don't think they want to. I think they already extended this series too far.
Just to one game too far? To take you behind the scenes, Rico texted us yesterday in a group chat with CJ Crone's home and road splits.
Yeah, not good.
Road splits tough.
Not good.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Not good. I'm not riding it.
That's what he put
He's in the hit parade today.
He's in the hit parade today. I was like,
He's already
sure?
buzzing. Yeah,
I
he's
was
like, he's on the road.
We're in Washington.
Yeah, it's a hitter's park. It's Patrick Corbin.
His road splits are
wild.
I know.
That's why, that's why
I know.
he's 75
I know.
to 1 to win MVP.
You know what it really was? The Todd Helton was the final nail in the coffin. That was great.
100. The guy bet at 370.
All right, the Yak is up next. Thank you very much.